one it was originally. We're going to get started as long as Todd's ready. All rise.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Roll call.
Mayor Delacola. Director of Law Pignatello.
Here.
Director of Finance Herwick. Councilman at Large Elliott.
Here.
Councilwoman at Large Kelly.
Here.
Councilwoman at Large Stager.
Here.
Ward 1 Councilman Biassiata.
Here.
Ward 2 Councilman Robel.
Here.
Ward 3 Councilman Snitsky.
Here.
Ward 4 Councilman. Director of Public Service Ace.
Here.
Building Commissioner Vitardi.
Here.
Engineer Collins.
Here. Okay, we'll now have the reading and disposal of the journal.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Stager.
having read the council minutes of council meeting held May 29th, 2018, I find no errors or omissions. Therefore, I move they be approved as printed.
I second.
Roll call. That was Leslie and Randy.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to consent agenda of June 11, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Robel.
if there is no division on the question, I move that we approve the consent agenda of June 11th, 2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Consent agenda is passed. Mayor Delacola is not here tonight. He's at a family funeral. I'm going to make a motion to excuse his absence for bereavement. Can I get a second?
Second.
A roll call, please.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Mayor Delacola has been excused. There's no resolutions or commendations tonight. We're going to move on to reports of committee, planning, zoning, economic development.
Yes, Mr. President, all former meeting minutes are with the clerk. The next planning, zoning, building, and economic development meeting is 6/18, Monday, 6/18.
Public Works.
Thank you, Mr. President. The last meeting of the Public Works Committee was on June 4th. The next meeting is on July 2nd. All of the prior meeting minutes are on file with the clerk.
Community Services.
Thank you, Council President. Our last meeting was June 4th. Minutes are on file with the clerk, and our next meeting is July 2nd.
Police and Safety.
My meeting minutes are pending. The next meeting, I believe, is going to be June 25th.
Parks and Recreation.
Yes, Mr. President. Our next meeting will be on Monday, the 18th. And previous meetings minutes are on file with the clerk.
Rules, Ordinance, and Ethics.
Yes, Mr. President, our last meeting was on June 4th. The minutes have been filed with the clerk, and the next meeting is July 2nd.
Our last finance meeting was on June 4th. The meeting minutes are on file. Our next meeting will be on June 18th. We don't have any appointments or confirmations. Clerk, do we have any communications, petitions, or claims this evening?
None tonight.
Outstanding. Council is now open to the audience for current legislation. First row. Last row. Okay. Moving on to ordinances and resolutions. Ordinance 51-2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Greenwald.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 51-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 51, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacola and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with Richard L. Bowen and Associates Incorporated of Cleveland, Ohio, in an amount not to exceed $14,100 to provide professional services for the 2018 street ratings program.
Mr. President,
Councilman Greenwald.
I move that we pass ordinance number 51-2018.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance 52, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
ask that we table this ordinance for the time being.
I'll second. Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance 52, 2018 has been tabled. Ordinance 53, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 53-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 53, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacola and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with Pyrotechnico Fireworks Incorporated for the purpose of selling, furnishing, delivering, and presenting a fireworks display for the City of Seven Hills 2018 Home Days event to be held on July 27th and 28th, 2018, and appropriating a sum not to exceed $8,500 for said service.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we pass ordinance 53-2018.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
53, 2018 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 54, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Stager.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read amended ordinance number 54-2018 for its third and final reading. By title only for its third and final reading.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 54, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with Aladdin Rents of East Lake, Ohio, for the purpose of providing tents, risers, and appurtenances to be used at the city of Seven Hills 2018 Home Days, and appropriating the sum not to exceed $4,968 for said service.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Stager.
I move that we pass ordinance number 54-2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance 54, 2018 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 56, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Greenwald.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 56-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 56, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with SE Blueprint Incorporated of Cleveland, Ohio, for the purchase of one HP Design Jet T2530 PS plotter for use in the city of Seven Hills Engineering Department, and appropriating the sum not to exceed $8,798, including delivery and installation.
Mr. President,
Councilman Greenwald.
I move that we pass ordinance number 56-2018.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
56, 2018 is passed. Moving on to amended ordinance 57, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we amend ordinance number 57-18.
Nope.
Under. No.
Nope, it's already amended. Just
Oh.
move that
okay.
we read for title
Mr.
only.
President, I'll start over.
All right,
Been
Councilman
off a
Elliott.
few weeks. Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 57-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Amended ordinance number 57, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with Physio Control Incorporated for the purpose of purchasing 5 LifePak CR Plus AED kits with shipping and appurtenances for use in the City of Seven Hills Recreation Complex, Police Department, and City Hall, and appropriating the sum not to exceed $9,137.50 for said purchase.
We have a further motion.
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we pass ordinance number 57-2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Amended ordinance 57, 2018 is passed. Ordinance 58, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance 58-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
Yeah, I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 58, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with Sports Equipment Specialists of Cleveland, Ohio, for the purpose of purchasing 2 Fair Play LED basketball scoreboards, 1 control panel, and installation of the equipment with appurtenances for use in the City of Seven Hills Recreation Complex, and appropriating the sum not to exceed $6,024 for said purchase.
Further motion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we pass ordinance 58-2018.
I second the motion.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
58, 2018 is passed. Moving on to 59, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 59-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 50, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a collective bargaining agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with the Ohio Patrolmen's Benevolent Association for lieutenants for the purpose of memorializing wage negotiations.
Further motion.
Mr. President,
Councilman Stitsky.
I move that we pass ordinance number 59-2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
59, 2018 is passed. Ordinance 60, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 60-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance number 60, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to amend Section 135.06, compensation for lieutenant of police, is contained in Chapter 135, Department of Police of Title V, Administrative, of Part 1, Administrative Code of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Seven Hills, Ohio.
Further motion.
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we pass ordinance number 60-2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
60, 2018 is passed. Ordinance 61, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 61-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance 61, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to amend Chapter 135, Department of Police of Title V, Administrative, of Part 1, Administrative Code of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Seven Hills, Ohio, for the purpose of repealing Section 135.07, compensation for a lieutenant of police injured in the line of duty.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we pass ordinance number 61-2018.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
61, 2018 is passed. Move on to amended ordinance 62, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Stager.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read amended ordinance number 62-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Amended ordinance number 62, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to amend Section 123.02 Public Records Request as contained in Chapter 123 Ordinances and Resolutions of Title III Legislative of Part 1 Administrative Code of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Seven Hills, Ohio, for the purpose of providing a clear process for the delivery of public records upon request.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Stager.
I move that we pass amended ordinance number 62-2018.
I second.
Before we vote, I'd just like to thank Councilwoman Stager for her work on this amended ordinance, put a lot of thought and research into it. So thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Any further comments
No, nothing at this time.
from
Thank you.
council? Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Amended ordinance 62, 2018 is passed. Moving on to 63, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Roble.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 63-2018 by title only for its third and final reading.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance 63, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to amend subsections 148.10B and C. Building monitor, lead building monitor is contained in Chapter 148, Recreation Complex of Title V, Administrative, of Part 1 Administrative Code of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Seven Hills, Ohio, for the purpose of amending duties.
Mr. President,
Councilman Roble.
I move that we pass ordinance number 63-2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance is passed. Ordinance 65, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Greenwald.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and table ordinance number 65-2018 until our next regular council meeting on June 25th.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Ordinance 65, 2018 has been tabled to the next council meeting. We'll now have the second reading of 68, 2018.
Ordinance 68, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robel, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with Courtview Justice Solutions of North Canton, Ohio, for the purpose of performing annual maintenance and support of the mayor's court legacy case management system software and the right to use license, and appropriating the sum not to exceed $2,412 for said service.
We'll now have the reading of the fiscal officer certificate.
To the council of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio. As fiscal officer of the city of Seven Hills, I certify in connection with your proposed issue of notes in the aggregate principal amount of $2,300,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to provide funds to pay costs of improving Applewood Drive, Beacon Hill Court, Cindy Lane, Crest Hill Drive, East Dartmoor Avenue, East Parkway Drive, Firethorn Drive, Forest Overlook Drive, Gale Drive, Glen Drive, John Glen Drive, Joy Oval, Oakwood Avenue, Oakwood Drive, Orchard View Avenue, Parkgate Oval, Vesper Drive, and Walnutwood Drive, between certain termini by reconstructing curbs, curb ramps, driveway approaches, and sections of the pavement base where necessary, adjusting and rehabilitating manholes and catch basins, preparing the surface and resurfacing together with the necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, that the estimated life or period of usefulness of each class of the improvements described above is at least 5 years. The estimated maximum maturity of the bonds calculated in accordance with Section 133.20 of the revised code is at least 15 years, since each class of the improvements has an estimated life or period of usefulness of 15 years or more, and bonds for each class of the improvements have a maximum maturity of at least 15 years or otherwise, if and to the extent a portion of the proceeds of the bonds may be determined to be allocated to a class or classes having a maximum maturity of less than 15 years, but in excess of 5 years, then the maximum maturity of the bonds would still be at least 15 years by reason of a sufficient portion of the proceeds of the bonds being allocated to a class or classes having a maximum maturity by statute or because of my estimate of the life or period of usefulness in excess of 15 years, including those classes having a maximum maturity of 20 years. If notes in anticipation of the bonds are outstanding later than the last day of December of the 5th year following the year of issuance of the original issue of notes, period in excess of those 5 years must be deducted from that maximum maturity of the bonds. The maximum maturity of the notes is August 3rd, 2037, which is 240 months from the date of issuance of the original issue of notes for the improvements. Dated June 11th, 2018, signed Director of Finance, Sonia Herwick.
Ordinance 71, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 71, 2018 by title only for its first and final reading.
I second the motion.
I'd like to comment into the record in regards to 71, 2018, that we're moving on emergency on advice of our bond counsel. This gives him the flexibility to obtain the best rate for the consolidation of the 2.3 million notes. So, on advice of our attorney, we're going to act. Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Ordinance 71, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of notes in the aggregate principal amount of $2,300,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to provide funds to pay costs of improving Applewood Drive and certain other designated streets in the city between certain termini by reconstructing curbs, curb ramps, driveway approaches, and sections of the pavement base where necessary, adjusting and rehabilitating manholes and catch basins, preparing the surface and resurfacing together with the necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, and declaring an emergency.
Further motion.
Mr. President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move that we pass ordinance number 71, 2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
71, 2018 is passed. Moving on to 72-2018.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 72-2018 by title only for its first and final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Ordinance 72, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an affiliation agreement for job training experiential learning program on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, and the Parma City School District Board of Education of Parma, Ohio, for the purpose of providing practical, community-based work experience for the educational benefit of students in a natural work environment and declaring an emergency.
If I'd like to add, the reason for the emergency is timeliness. This longstanding program in partnership with Parma City Schools starts this coming Monday, June 18th. Do I have a further motion?
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we pass ordinance number 72-2018.
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Ordinance 72, 2018 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 73, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilman Roble.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 73-2018 by title only for its first and final reading.
I second.
I'd like to add comment. Pass it on emergency tonight also for timeliness. So transportation department school kids to the recreation center and field trips. The first field trip is scheduled for this week, June 14th. So we need to complete the contract so the kids can go on their field trip. Any further comments? Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Ordinance 73, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and Councilman Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with the Board of Education of the Parma City School District of Parma, Ohio, to provide bus transportation services for 2018 summer camp field trips. Said agreement shall terminate August 15th, 2018, authorizing an amount not to exceed $4,600 for said service and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President,
Councilman Roble.
I move that we pass ordinance number 73-2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Ordinance 73, 2018 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 74, 2018.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 74-2018 by title only for its first and final reading.
I'll second the motion.
I'd like to comment the reason for the emergency is also timeliness. Our lieutenant in the police department is retiring at the end of the month, and passing this ordinance tonight will allow us to bring in a new patrolman and maintain our numbers. Any further comment?
I like to make a comment.
Councilman Snitsky.
I believe it's Lieutenant Gizmala that's retiring.
Yes, that is accurate.
I don't know what the plans are as far as the city, but Lieutenant Gizmala has been a very, very, very effective lieutenant in this town for a very, very long time. I went to high school with him and didn't even know I went to high school with him. So he's quite an individual. He's done put a lot of effort into the safety for the individuals in the city, and I just like to wish him a happy retirement and good luck.
Yep, absolutely. And I think we'll have an opportunity to expand on
I
that.
figured we might, but just in case I forgot.
Doesn't hurt to say it twice.
That's true.
Any further comments? Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Ordinance 74, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Ohio Patrolmen's Benevolent Association for the purpose of summarizing and memorializing the city's and the Ohio Patrolmen's Benevolent Association's understanding and agreement referencing the entry-level pay of Police Officer Michael Marco and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we pass ordinance number 74-2018.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
74, 2018 is passed. I move that we waive the 24-hour delivery requirement and amend ordinance 75-2018 with Appendix A, which is a contract with specific rates for the city supply, not the residents, but for our commercial district and streetlights.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Ordinance 75, 2018 has been amended. I move that we suspend the rules in the charter and read amended ordinance 75-2018 by title only for its first and final reading.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Amended ordinance number 75, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a business electricity authorization Ohio commercial sales agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with Next Era Energy Services in order to receive competitive energy supply, electric supply for city building accounts and declaring an emergency.
I move that we pass amended ordinance 75-2018.
I second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robo.
Yes.
Amended ordinance 75-2018 is passed. Now the first reading of ordinance 76-2018.
Ordinance 76, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to amend section 911.002, procedure and filing without plat requirement fee, as contained in chapter 911, acceptance and dedication of subdivisions generally, of Title III, Plats and Platting and Zoning Code of the codified ordinances of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio.
We'll now have the first reading of 77-28.
Ordinance 77, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to amend section 1125.07, construction fee schedule, as contained in Title III, Local Building Provisions of Part 11 Building Code of the codified ordinances of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, for the purpose of modifying Chapter 1125, Plans, Permits, Fees.
We'll now have the first reading of resolution 15-2018.
Resolution 15, 2018, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Robo, Snitsky, and Greenwald. A resolution approving the proposed alternate tax budget for the city of Seven Hills, Ohio for the fiscal year 2019.
Council is now open to the audience. First row.
Ron Churo, 1187 John Glenn Drive. In preparation for the meeting this Thursday about the problem with the flooding and all that, just a little, not a warning, but just to give you some gist of what's going to happen on Thursday. A lot of people contacted me, and then they also contacted Mr. Grayheck, because he basically is the mayor of John Glenn Drive. And the bad news is there's a few concerned residents. And the good news is there's one angry person, and that was the mailman. He had to sign he was beyond himself. Now, what we found out through Ron is that it isn't one particular builder. It's different builders. So we thought maybe it was going to be one builder that was basically not knowing what they're doing, but it's both builders. Ron had a builder, which was the builder? Karos? Who was your builder? Well, he had one builder, and I had a different builder, and I got a letter. Down the street, it was a combination. The one homeowner had sewage last year in the basement. They didn't get a letter. So a lot of people are wondering, how does that happen? The crossover. But just to give you a little bit of update what's happening. Just people are concerned. One person got a $10,000 to $12,000 estimate. They're concerned.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm having somebody come over tomorrow to get a comparison. So, but that's just a update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Okay.
Ron Grayek, 1172 John Glenn Drive. Does the city have a layout of where these cleanouts start in the lawn that have to be tied into?
We have information maps, and you mean where each one is in relation to the home?
Yeah, well, some are claiming that you got to go all the way to the house, and some are claiming not. My house, I have PVC in the ground. I was there when I built my house 50 years ago, and I supervised the house as it went up. What I didn't like, I knocked out and made them do it over. Now mine is in the middle, 8 foot, like 8 or 10 feet from the sidewalk. That's a short run. But people that have it, that go all the way up to the house, they are going to get hit hard. And my builder was Steve Callis. He built 5 or 6 ranches on the street. Now, 2 of the ranches that I know that he built got a letter. Mine and my next door neighbor and one other one that I know of did not. Ours were built legally. How did this happen? Was the law changed? There was Western Construction, La Panza Builders, the developer of the street next to me. Her brother built the house, and her brother-in-law put the street in. And then there were 2 other builders that built individual houses on the street. I mean, did the law change? Why were these not inspected the right way at the right time? How did they get by
It's
these?
not necessarily, I mean, I could talk, it's up to Council President, if I talk now or later or what.
Well, it's a small group tonight, so let's answer the questions.
Answer the
mind.
questions.
If you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. First of all, we don't know if it's a leaky pipe. The standards have gotten more stringent, that's true. I'm not sure the exact year that things changed, but, there's 2 types of problems, inflow and infiltration. Infiltration is caused by a leaky pipe, a leaky sanitary sewer pipe where storm water is leaking into the pipe. And the other one is inflow, where there may be a direct connection between, let's say, someone's downspout and the sanitary sewer. And, we won't know until it's investigated by the homeowner. We can't fix it ourselves. It's on private property. So, I mean, we'll talk more about it on the 14th at 6 o'clock. But this is not uncommon for especially older neighborhoods where there's quite a bit of inflow and infiltration. I mean, it's unfortunate, but on John Glenn Drive, 60% of the homes
24.
were found to have inflow and infiltration problems. The engineering company that did the study is going to be at that meeting as well as the sewer district, so we'll be able to answer quite a few questions.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tom Jarris again. Couple things. You guys decided you're going to buy the printer. I would advise that the department heads that require or accept documents, large format documents or whatever, like I said before, it's already in your ordinances that they have to apply 7 copies. They have to supply 7 copies. Somebody needs to make it policy that when they're supplying those copies, they also supply an electronic version of that same drawing, and then you won't have to have a $10,000 scanner to make copies of the drawing. It seems like an easy fix. The other thing, the issue that Ron and Ron were just talking about, I don't know that the city, these people, there's 23 people there now, they can be at the mercy of a plumber or somebody that's going to come and tell them what's wrong with their pipe. I don't know that it might not be a good idea for the city to camera. We have a camera. If it'd be capable of the city to say what is wrong. Possible there's roots in it. Like Stuart said, maybe it's one pipe leaking into another. The sanitary leaks into the storm leaks into the sanitary. That's possible. The direct connection he talked about, we experienced at Stone Ridge. That was PVC. And despite the fact that a city building inspector had to come out and inspect the connection before they covered the connection, the storm was connected to the sanitary and vice versa. Now that's PVC. You're not going to get infiltration or anything else there. The pipes they're talking about with infiltration, I'm assuming are clay tile, Stuart?
Most likely for that age,
Probably clay tile,
probably clay tile.
which are just sort of put up against each other and the soil settles, stuff moves apart, blah, blah. But it'd be a really nice gesture if the city could pinpoint to the residents what the story is, because like we just heard, $12,000, that's pretty hefty. And there's going to be some people out there that are going to be sort of cavalier with their estimates. So that'd be a really nice idea for the city to do that. Insurance isn't going to cover this. I know that from my experience. Insurance won't cover it. These people are going to have to go in their pockets for some amount of money. So if we can help them not get raped, that'd be a nice idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Second row? Third row? Good. There's a meeting on June 14th at 6 p.m. For the impacted residents of John Glenn. I'll, of course, be there. I'm going to let you all know that in case any would like to show up. I thank all three of you for your comments on the John Glenn. We had a major flood event last summer, and a number of homes flooded on John Glenn, and I was there during the flooding, helping a couple people empty their residents out, and then felt bad then. So the previous council authorized AECom to go out and inspect every home on the street to find out where there might be a potential problem. And this is the results of those findings. That number of homes had cross connects. So this is not the first time it's happened in the city, but I will say it is the first time that we're having a meeting so that you know people get a pretty scary letter in the mail. We're going to have a meeting. I'm helping the administration prepare an FAQ for the questions we anticipate. But if any of council would like to join us, we'll be here on the 14th at 6 p.m. And I certainly understand what a sensitive issue this is, and you know I will do all I can. Move on to reports from our directors.
Mr. President, I have a question, quick question.
Floor is yours.
Mr. Collins, the printer is not just for receiving copies, it's to make new copies for when people request them, correct?
Correct. That is one element of what that plotter will be used for. One of the many elements.
So does that make sense, Mr. Jaros?
They get charged.
Mr. Collins said sometimes people need copies of a drawing, an oversized drawing.
Right.
And then he goes to his physical inventory and he put it in this new printer scanner and provide that electronic copy. Okay, if our departments require an electronic copy along with the physical copy, then we'll have it in our records, we won't have to scan it. Be a good practice going forward.
That, yeah, if I may, that's a wonderful thing. We always try to encourage anything electronically, but unfortunately, probably 8 to 9 times out of 10, people want a full-size hard copy. Like reading a newspaper still, they're still stuck on that. They like to read a physical copy rather than an iPad or a computer screen. They actually want it, a physical copy, and there is a charge for that per whatever size, and if it's a color black and white print by city codified ordinances, there's a fee schedule set up. So we don't just give them a copy, we give them and we charge them, so.
I mean, I think we're still going to need the printer.
Yeah, I suppose we got electronic copy, you could provide that to somebody, they could go get it printed themselves, but he described other uses for it too.
Okay.
It says it's for engineering, it's for more than engineering.
Okay. Thanks.
For record keeping, we should require an electronic copy of any drawings that departments accept.
Got it. Okay.
Reports
Thank
from
you.
directors. Director of Law.
I have no report.
Director of Service.
No report.
City Engineer.
Just really quick, Hemlock updates. Anybody, including of course all of us up here and audience members and the public, the City of Seven Hills officials website under the engineering department subsection, if you click on it's the right link, Hemlock Project, you're going to see regularly updated project schedules or project information on the Hemlock Project. Don't believe everything you read on Facebook. Go there for the official information, please. Okay, there's a lot of speculations on things I hear. For the record, Council President, I have a copy of a letter that was sent to all the residents that were hand delivered notices prior, at least 3 to 4 days before the tree trimming went on. That was hand delivered by the contractor that I approved before they sent out. If I can give this to you.
Yes, please.
Yes, and now this is just one of another notice that people are going to get once the digging starts. This was just before the tree trimming and the tree removal happened. And attached to it is also a 2-page email which shows everybody who did get this. So if you can pass that down, please. So the contractor's trying to make as best communication as he can, as he's responsible to do so for all the residents. There should be no surprise what's of course going on in that area with all the publicity this project's got. But again, if the residents can visit, whether it's at their home and if they don't have a computer, going to the library, or simply coming up here, visiting the website is going to give you, again, regular updates on where the contractor's at, what's expected. And, again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to email my office, and I will answer you to the best of my ability and as quickly as I can. Thank you, Mr. President. That's all.
Thank you, Engineer. Building Commissioner.
Yeah, again, short. Years ago, when people built houses, and you could pass this on to some of the people in the neighborhood, they if there was a flooding in the neighborhood and it was known by other people, they would put in a trap as the pipe entered the house or exited the house. And what would happen, especially with crock, this trap would stop the sewage from going into the house, but it would cause pressure on the outside, just outside the wall. And being crock, it would force the sewage into the storm. And a lot of times that's how the cross connection or infiltration took place. You might want to pass that around because a lot of people built their houses back then themselves or supervised them themselves. And a plumber, pardon me? Yeah, yeah. I'll be there, yeah. And number two is, I know we do it now, and I've only been here a short time, but there is a card in the building department that locates your test tees in the front as far as how far they are off the sidewalk. The sidewalk should be engraved, and you cross it, and you should come up with where your testee is, and you should be able to dig down. We also require now the fact that the testee cap has a metal cap on top. Engineer knows that too, and but they can find it with a magnetometer and find where the piping is. Hopefully, we're talking 50 years ago, or is it? Or how long ago was about 50 years? 50 years. There's been changes in the code and so forth. So hopefully, we got some good locations, and you might want to pass that around about the trap, putting the traps in. And some people do that when they build them themselves. So that's it.
Thank you,
President.
I'm gonna reiterate what our engineers mentioned about Hemlock Creek. I believe the city is, it's a big project for these people. People are assessed thousands of dollars, and there's going to be some inconvenience. But once again, I believe I won't question motives. That untruths are being fed on the social media. But what I will say is our website, the city website's now been updated for all council meetings throughout the rest of the year. Like Dan said, under the engineering section, we've created a section specifically for Hemlock. And in this section, you could see the whole timeline of everything the cities did this year. There's been 2 or 3 letters registered mail to the House giving progress, letters explaining how the funding calculation worked, a letter explaining when it was going to start. We had 2 or 3 meetings here at City Hall that were very well attended. We've had at least 1 meeting in the field at the top of Forest Overlook. I believe there was another one. And all this is documented. All this is documented and scanned onto the city's website. So the best place to find information is the city website. Contact your representative. In addition, on this particular project with Hemlock, it was cross-posted to the official City of Seven Hills Facebook page. So all official communications out there, and if you hear anything saying that information's being hidden or not shared, that's absolutely ridiculous. This project has been well communicated. We'll always look for ways to improve. What the engineer handed me was a notice that was given to all the homes where tree trimming was expected, or removal and tree trimming of existing trees and bushes and landscaping per the approved set of project construction plan is scheduled to begin weather contingent. These notices were handed out 3 to 4 days prior to any tree removal. In addition, any homes that had tree removal, it was part of their easement contract, and they were paid a premium above other easements to allow the removal of said trees. If there's any feedback on how we can do better, we have 2 ears, and I'm always open. But I want the facts out there. Many notifications have been made about the project in general, and people that were impacted in terms of tree removal or trimming was part of their contract for the easement, and they were given notice directly to their home, and we'll put that on the website if it isn't already. Another update today, we received the final bids on our salt contract. We were part of a consortium earlier in the year. We joined up with 533 political subdivisions in the state of Ohio, 120 in northern Ohio. Bids were received from the 5 companies that do supply salt, but only 2 bid on Cuyahoga County. It was Morton and Cargill. Morton came in at $81.28. Cargill came in at $64.76. So the lowest and best bid was awarded by ODOT per the consortium that we are a member at $64.76, and these terms will start when our current contract expires. We use up that tonnage. It's important to note that our contract stipulates that we can purchase. We don't have to purchase the whole 100% of our order. If we are using less, we can do 90%. I have more comments, but I'm going to save them for a little bit later. Miscellaneous, Councilwoman Kelly.
Nothing at this time, thank you.
Councilman Elliott.
Nothing at this time.
Councilwoman Stager.
Nothing, thank you.
Councilman Greenwald.
Nothing this evening.
Councilman Snitsky.
Yes, you have a copy of the people that received the tree trimming cutting notice? He said he gave you a copy with the people that had received it?
I have a copy of what was delivered. I do not know.
Or you
who it was
don't, I mean,
delivered
you don't
to.
have a list of addresses?
It was not provided to me, no.
Okay, I thought he said you gave you, okay, never mind. I thought you had a list of addresses. The other thing, gentlemen, on the cross connects, one of the things that at some point the people on the Hemlock project are going to do, you've probably already thought of it, but maybe you haven't, is try to get together and do your own little conglomerate and have one contractor do all the work, get your lowest and best price from one or two contractors. You may have already thought of that, but, and the building department has a list of approved excavators in the city, so. Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Councilman Romo.
Yes, Mr. President. There are a number of motions from the Zoning Board of Appeals that I'd like to discuss and then move to concur on. The first is for 4141 Rockside Road, 4141 Alliance LLC. Okay, and basically this was to grant a variance for the size of the sign and specifically for the height of the sign. The code requires that the monument sign be not taller than 7 feet, and they're requesting one that would go 8.5 feet. At the same time, the overall size of the sign is going to be reduced by 15%. They did do some homework. They asked building about this, and they said, well, it looks like it would be okay because it's actually smaller than the sign that was there. The reason they need that is for visibility of the sign because of the layout of the property. The zoning board unanimously approved that variance. And so, okay, I would like to move that council concur with the finding of the zoning board in regards to 4141 Rockside Road, 4141 Alliance LLC.
I'll second.
Okay.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Roble.
Yes.
Okay, council concurs with 4141 Rockside. You have another motion.
Okay. Yes, this is for, well, actually, there will be two variances here. For Keith Crocker, 5605 West Long Ridge. Okay, this is okay, the first one is they approved a variance, a 4-foot variance to ordinance number 110602C to allow a section of the driveway to be extended and be 1 foot off the side property line as depicted. There was some talk about this. Basically, there would be no water issues from runoff into the adjoining property. Neighbors had no problem with this. There was a letter of opposition from someone who was notified they were within 500 feet of the property. They were not a neighbor. They were on a different street. The letter simply opposed any driveway being allowed to be 1 foot off the property line anywhere in the city. So this, because it was a blanket thing and not specific to this, the zoning board did not regard it very highly. So therefore, I would like to move that, that Keith Crocker, 5605 West Long Ridge Drive, be granted a 4-foot variance to ordinance number 1106.02C to allow the driveway to be 1 foot off the side yard property line.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Council concurs with the driveway extension.
Okay.
I think you only mentioned one, so let's do the other.
Okay. This one is for the same person. And this is to, this is again, vote of all concurred. Okay, this would be to allow a variance to ordinance number 99302B to allow the construction of a walkway on the driveway side of the house not to exceed 5 feet from the side of the house as depicted on the submitted drawings.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes. Okay.
Council concurs on the walkway construction.
Okay. The last one is for 444 Ridgeview, Jim and Elena Rich. This is for storage shed construction. And now let me see what they said here.
It was passed unanimously.
This one also was passed unanimously. Neighbors did not object. There was a letter of support. Okay, this is for storage. And so I would like to I move that council concur with the findings of the zoning board. And this would be to grant a variance to ordinance number 963-02B1 to construct a 192 square foot storage shed 22 feet from the side yard lot line, and they submitted drawings.
I second. Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes. And nothing further.
Any
Mr.
further
President.
miscellaneous? That was I motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Robel.
Yes.
Adjourn.
Thanks, Carol.
Carol just wouldn't give up.
Carol will not give up. Yeah, he's going to sign it all. I have one.